Hi you guys, this is Miss Pruitt, and once again I am making a video for you guys, this time for solving right triangles. So let's just go ahead and get started. Number one, I am giving you one angle and one side, and I'm asking you to solve the right triangle. And recall that solving the right triangle means that you find all of the angles. So angle A, angle B, and angle C, as well as all of the sides, which is side A, side B, and side C. All right, so I'm asking you to solve the right triangle if angle A is 39 degrees and side C is 10. So the first thing that you have to do, or that you need to do, should be doing, is draw a triangle. Forgive my right triangle, but that their square signifies that it is a right triangle. So I'm going to label this angle C and this side C. Let's label this angle A and side A, angle B and side B. So I've already given to you that angle A is 39 degrees and that side C has a length of 10. So it's our job to figure out the rest of the circle. So using the Triangle Sum Theorem that we talked about in class, all three triangles, or all three angles in the triangle, should add up to 180. And I know that this one is 90. I know my other one is 39. So now I need to figure out what B is. So I take 180 and I'm going to subtract 90 degrees. And I'm going to subtract 39 degrees. Oh, Miss Pruitt. And if you do that, you get 51 degrees. So I can fill out my angles now. I realize right now know that that is 51 degrees. Angle A is 39. Angle B is 51 degrees. And angle C, of course, is going to be 90 degrees. So now I'm ready to find my missing sides. I already know that side C, of course, is 10. And in order to find either A or B, I'm going to have to use SOHCAHTOA. So let's see. Let's say I want to use my angle B. So I want to use the 51 degrees. So what I have then, let's say that side A will be adjacent to 51 and side C is the hypotenuse. So if I have adjacent and hypotenuse, I must be using the ka in SOHCAHTOA, or the cosine, which is cosine theta is adjacent over hypotenuse. So in this case, I plug in what I know. Cosine, my theta would be 51 degrees, is adjacent, I don't know what that value A is yet, divided by 10. And of course, to get this A by itself, I'm going to multiply both sides by 10. These two cancel out, and all I have to do is put this in my calculator, making sure that my calculator is in degrees. And I get that side A equals 6.3. So I'm going to write that here. And I only have one more side to find. And so in order to find that last side, we're just going to use the Pythagorean Theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So in this case, we're going to do 6.3 squared plus b squared equals 10 squared. So if I subtract 6.3 squared from both sides, I would get b squared equals 10 squared minus 6.3 squared. And if I want the b by itself, I need to take the square root of both sides. So I would get that b equals 7.8. And I am rounding just to one decimal place here. And I have solved this right triangle. All right, so at this point, I want you guys to pause the recording, and I want you guys to try to do A and B on your own. All right, you guys, so if I am solving for, doing letter A, and I'm solving this for a right triangle, very first thing I'm going to do is draw a right triangle. I know that I'm going to mark this angle A, angle B, angle C, side A, side B. I know that this is 26 degrees. And if I use a triangle sum theorem, since all of the inside angles should equal to 180, this angle should be 64 degrees. So I know that angle A is 64. Angle B is 26. And angle C, of course, is 90 degrees. Now we just need to find side A, side B, and side C. So I'm going to use this angle I was first given, which is 26. I'm going to recognize that side A is 12. And I want to do opposite over adjacent. The only thing that uses opposite over adjacent is tangent. So I'm going to do tangent of 26 degrees. It's going to equal my opposite, which is B, divided by 12. Well, if you multiply both sides by 12, you would find side B. I find that this is 5.85. And simply using the Pythagorean Theorem, I can find that in Pythagorean Theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. You should have found that c equaled 13.35. So a was 12, b was 5.85, and c was 13.35. Last but not least, the second example problem or sample problem I want you guys to try on your own. Angle A is 55 degrees and side C is 29. First things first, you draw a right triangle. I'm going to label my sides. This is side C, side B, and side A. Excuse me, angle C, angle B, and angle A. This is side A, side B, and side C. And I'm given that side C is 29 and angle A is 55 degrees. Because of the Triangle Sum Theorem, angle B should then be 35 degrees. So I already know angle A is 55, angle B is 35, and angle C, of course, is our 90 degree angle. We still need to find side A and side B, but I know that side C is 29 because that was given to us. So using that side C is 29, and I guess I'm going to use angle. You can use whichever angle that you want as long as you use the correct sides. So because I'm going to use, I'm going to go ahead and use angle B, which is 35 degrees, I'm realizing or I'm noticing that this side that I don't know is adjacent to, and this side is my hypotenuse. I could have done opposite, but that one would have been sine. Like I said, it doesn't matter. as long as we choose the right sides. So if I'm using adjacent and hypotenuse, I must be using cosine. That's the ka in my SOHCAHTOA. So cosine of that 35 degrees is going to be the adjacent, A, which I don't know, divided by the hypotenuse, which is 29. If I want to get that A by itself, I'm going to multiply both sides by 29. That cancels out. A must equal 23 point, let's say 8. So I know that this is 23.8. And if I use the Pythagorean Theorem, I got that side B must have been 16.6. And I am rounding to 1 decimal place. And again, I was just doing Pythagorean Theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So that's 23.8 squared plus b squared equals 29 squared. You guys should know how to do that by now. So all of this, all 6 of these answers, all 3 angles and all 3 sides, is how you will solve the triangle. Look out for part 2, where I show you guys how to solve the triangle, only giving you 2 sides.